Hi, this is day 4 post-surgery, or day 5 post-surgery actually. So pretty much in comparison to, I suppose, the first day, getting up out of bed is a lot easier. You still got to do the log roll, which they advise. Still doing core exercises about 3 to 4 times a day. Got my walking up to about 6 minutes a day now. 6 minutes twice a day, and I'll be aiming for 7-8 minutes tomorrow and keep increasing from there. They advise you have like a toilet seat, which I don't even need to use now, so which is really good. Just got to be really careful when I'm walking not to do too much. I noticed I did in my 6-minute walk today that at the end of it my back was getting quite sore, so you just need to be very careful that you pace yourself and you don't do too much. And if you do too much, then go and have a lie down. It's very important to look after yourself. What else? Yeah, I spoke to my surgeon yesterday. He just said just be very careful with bending, twisting and lifting, and just don't do any of that. But he's quite happy for me to sort of wander around the house, and had friends over, and I pretty much stood up the whole time yesterday, and that felt fine. Also, just with pain medication, probably try and get like a week's worth, because I only got 3 days worth of the stronger pain medication, and I needed more than that. So just make sure you're prepared, because I had to go to the doctor yesterday, which is pretty much a pain in the ass. So yeah, see if you can get probably, I advise about a week's worth of pain medication. You can always stop using it. You don't have to use it all the time. I just noticed when I was sleeping and, you get stuck in the one position, you'd have to roll over. That was quite painful in the back. So yeah, like I'm on tramadol, and I find that really good, and I got the slow release tramadol yesterday. And so I took that before bed last night, and probably the best night's sleep I've had since the operation. So if you're having trouble with sleeping, maybe try for something slow release that lasts all night. And they also advise to use Panadol every 6 hours. So I've been on the tramadol and Panadol, and it's been going really good. So just make sure you keep it under control. Like, they've got pain medication for a reason, so make sure you look after yourself. I did have phantom they call it phantom limb pain. So I was getting that calf ache that I had before the surgery, but I spoke to the surgeon. He said that's quite normal. It's like a phantom pain, like, because the nerve has been stimulated for so long. Well, in my case, about 5 months I had a sore back. I had this bulging disc for. So that's 5 months of irritation. So nerves take quite a while to sort of settle down. They're not like your muscles, like once it's healed and it's fine. Nerves need to change their signals. So, and that's what the surgeon said anyway. He said, that's normal and it will go away, because, it's not getting that stimulus from the bulge, so it's not being irritated anymore, but you'll still get some funny feelings. I have noticed that I've still got a bit of reduced sensation on the outside of my legs still, so I'm not quite sure whether that will come back or not, and on top of my toes. I think it will be sort of like that for quite some time, because I did have that decreased sensation for 5 months. I assume that it's going to be there for ages. So I've noticed things like, my mood started to pick up. The sort of months leading up to the surgery, it was really hard. Like, you can't do anything, and your life, seemingly your life stops. I had to quit uni for the semester. I was on placement in the hospitals because I'm studying physio, and I had to stop that after 2 weeks because I couldn't keep going. just got too much for me, and I had to finish work, and 5 months ago I had to quit hockey. So yeah, like if you do get a bit down, don't stress too much. It's just part of it, and you bounce back, and that's what I've sort of noticed now. Like my mood has definitely picked up, even though I'm still stuck at home and in bed, but I can see progression already, and it definitely makes you feel a lot better. So just be very aware that it's okay to get down and I suppose a little bit depressed before surgery, because you're dealing with a lot of pain all the time, and just make sure you explain it to, say, your friends and your family. It's nothing to be ashamed of at all. They want to understand what you're going through, and it's very important that they do, so they can help in any way, even if it's just to bring funny movies over to you, just to cheer you up for the afternoon. It's very important. Try not to get too down in the dumps. Try and find things to occupy yourself. I was luckily occupied by uni, which was really good. So I just studied a fair bit and, watch movies, and I would still go and see friends, or friends would come over to my house and go to the pub. I'd still go to the pub a fair bit, catch up with friends. So try and do as much as you possibly can, before you have the surgery. Because, definitely the couple of weeks after surgery, you're not going to be getting out, and you can't drive. Like I can't drive for 6 weeks, so I'm relying highly on friends and family to sort of get me around, and make sure you have them there post surgery, or because you can't do everything yourself. And I'm definitely the sort of person who wants to do things for myself, and I can't, and it's very hard, and you do have to ask your mum, can you make me breakfast? Can you help me get out of bed? Can you go to the store for me? Like, it's just what happens. You just gotta, I suppose, suck it up and let it happen, and that. So, so at the end of, so I'm still wearing TED stockings as well. I've got another week and a half of those, and they're obviously, hopefully, they're so important, so you don't get blood clots and DVTs. They're not the most fashionable things in the world, but they're very important. So I've got to wear them for another week and a half, and because I have a physio appointment and a wound. Obviously, then have a look at my wound in 2 weeks, or at the 2-week mark. So. And at that mark, I think hopefully I'll be walking nearly 30 minutes, or at least 25 is what I'm aiming for. And I'll be able to start hydrotherapy as well 2 to 3 times a week. So that's what they advise to start with, and also continuing with core exercises in your walking. So that's about it at day 5, really. Just, make sure you look after yourself. Don't push at all. Allow yourself to just lie in bed and lounge around, get heaps of DVDs, get lots of TV shows. Don't sit. I just don't sit. Because I know how much force it puts through your back. So I just completely avoid it. Just stand or lie down, really. Walk. Just wander around the house. That's it for today.